Hi, there were many queries about Hexaxim painless vaccine. Let us discuss about it today. Hello friends, this is Bhole Children Clinic. I am Dr. Yatin Bhole. Let us discuss today about Hexaxim vaccine. Here we will try to explain about what this vaccine is and what are its contents, for what it is used and how does it work and what are the side effects and what precautions are needed while giving this vaccine. So friends, Hexaxim vaccine, as we discussed previously, is a hexavalent vaccine. It is a painless vaccine. It protects from diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus, HIV, that is Haemophilus influenza B, hepatitis B, and polio, these six diseases. And that's why it is called as hexavalent vaccine. It contains diphtheria and tetanus toxoids, that is the toxin like you may say it is inactivated toxins of the diphtheria and tetanus. It also contains the acellular pertussis components. It contains conjugated Haemophilus influenza B component. It contains surface antigen of hepatitis B virus and all the three strains of the polio in inactivated form. This is the packing of the Hexaxim vaccine, and it comes in a pre-filled syringe. You need not to fill the syringe, as it is a pre-filled syringe, and normally the content inside the syringe looks slightly cloudy opalescent in color. The syringe is to be kept in this packet and it protect the products from the light exposure to the light. We discussed earlier, it looks slightly cloudy. There may be precipitates visibly, and after gently shaking this syringe, that precipitates gets mixed up. If they are, it is a painless vaccine because it contains acellular pertussis component. This pertussis component, when whole cell content is present, it is particularly the cause of severe pain after vaccination and other side effects also. This vaccine is given at 6 weeks, 10 weeks, and 14 weeks, and these three doses are given at least 28 days apart in between the two doses. It is generally given on anterolateral aspect of the thigh in the infant and the small children. This vaccine is safe below 6 years of age. The dose is 0.5 ml. It is given intramuscularly, and the boosters of these vaccines are needed at 18 months and 5 years. At 18 months, Pentaxim is given. Pentaxim contains the same components except the hepatitis B. It does not contain hepatitis B surface antigen. Again, the booster at 5-year-old children are given with Tdap or tetraxim vaccine, and after that 5 yearly Tdap is given. This vaccine is stored at 2 to 8 degrees Celsius. The strict cold chain is to be maintained from the manufacturing to the end user. If the cold chain is not maintained or the vaccine is frozen accidentally, it should be thrown out. It shouldn't be used. The expired vaccine should not be used. It should be thrown out. And keep in mind, while throwing the vaccine and medicines, you should follow the local biomedical waste management protocols. How does this vaccine work? This is an active form of immunization, that is, it contains the antigen of the diseases of these six diseases, and when they are recognized after injection by your body, the immunity is boosted up against this uh, all components, and when the real disease occurs, real infection occurs, body fights vigorously. So body itself forms the immunity after exposure to this vaccine. So this is an active form of immunization. Is it this vaccine safe with other vaccine? Yes, definitely. This vaccine is usually used with oral rotavirus vaccine and injectable pneumococcal vaccine. There are no increased side effect with this both vaccine, and if someone has missed and comes at later age, then MMR and BCG can be given together. This vaccine is safe below 6 years of age. Only the thing is, don't mix the two vaccines together and inject the vaccines at different site of the body, preferably the different limb. What are the side effects? As we discussed previously, side effects are minimum. The chances are less to get side effect, but still there are chances, and those are real chances. Fever. Fever is the most common side effect after this vaccine, though it is less in intensity and less in time duration compared to the whole cell pertussis vaccine. It can be easily controlled with oral medicine like paracetamol or ibugesic. And next most common side effect is pain at local site. There may be swelling also, and uh, this pain is less compared to the whole cell pertussis vaccine, and it can be easily controlled with cold compresses and oral medicine like paracetamol and ibugesic plus. Next common side effects are vomiting, loose motion, loss of appetite. The thing to be noted is all these side effects are mild in nature and no one needs admission for them. They can be easily managed at home usually. Crying is the next most common side effect, and it can occur after vaccination, usually less than 3 hours. It usually subsides by itself. Still, compared to whole cell pertussis vaccine, as we discussed earlier, intensity of the side effect and the duration of the side effect is lesser. So this is a better vaccine. So to whom this vaccine should not be given? This vaccine should not be given if person is allergic to any of its component or has got anaphylactic shock at the previous dose. If there is progressive neurological disease, this is not a contraindication of the vaccine, but it should be given cautiously. If there was persistent inconsolable cry lasting more than 3 hours within 48 hours of vaccine, if there were convulsion with or without fever within 3 days of vaccine, these are all the relative contraindications. It should be given cautiously. Other cases where special care is needed is GBS, brachial neuritis, acute chronic renal insufficiency, and epilepsy. Keep in mind that, like any other vaccine, this vaccine can also cause anaphylactic reaction, and the center at which your child is getting vaccine should be well equipped to handle the anaphylactic reaction. There should be skilled person, necessary equipments and medicines required to manage the anaphylactic reaction. I hope this is interesting for you. If you need any answers, you can comment us in comment section, or you can meet personally us at Bhole Children's Clinic. That link is given in description. Thanks a lot.